Hello everyone, welcome back to Everyday English Talk. I'm Ben.
And I'm. We are so happy to be with you again for another episode to help you improve your English.
Today, we are talking about a problem that affects almost everyone. It doesn't matter if you are a student, a worker, or a CEO. We are talking about procrastination.
That is a big word, Ben. Procrastination basically means delaying things. It is when you know you need to do something, but you wait until the very last second to do it.
We have all been there. We say, I'll do it later, but later never comes. In this episode, we will talk about the tomorrow trap, how to make a solid plan, and the wonderful feeling of getting things done.
We will learn phrases about time management, productivity, and organizing your life. It is time to stop being lazy and start achieving our goals.
As always, you can download the free PDF transcript and vocabulary exercises on our website to follow along with us.
So, Ben, be honest with me. Are you a procrastinator?
Oh, absolutely. Let's jump into our first conversation, and I will tell you all about my bad habits.
Ben, I wanted to ask you about that article you promised to write for the website. The deadline is tomorrow morning. Have you finished it yet?
Oh, Anna. Well, about that article, I haven't exactly finished it yet. In fact, to be completely honest, I haven't exactly started it yet.
You haven't started? But Ben, we discussed this 2 weeks ago. You had 14 days to write it. Why did you wait so long?
I know. I am kicking myself now. This is my biggest problem. I always procrastinate. When you gave me the assignment 2 weeks ago, I thought, wow, I have so much time. I don't need to do it now. So, I pushed it to the side.
That is the classic mistake. We always think we have more time than we actually do. So, what did you do for 2 weeks?
Well, the first week, I just relaxed. I thought, I will start next Monday. But then Monday came, and I felt a bit tired. I told myself, I will do it tomorrow. I fell into the tomorrow trap. I kept putting it off day after day.
Put off. That is a very common phrasal verb. It means to decide or arrange to delay an event or task. You put it off until there were no more tomorrows left.
Exactly. And now, I am in a panic. The work didn't disappear, it just waited for me. And because I didn't do it, other tasks arrived too. Now, everything is starting to pile up. I have the article, I have my emails to answer, and I have a meeting to prepare for. I feel like I am buried under a mountain of work.
That is what happens when we procrastinate. The work piles up until it becomes overwhelming. And tell me, Ben, why do you do this? Is it because you are lazy?
I don't think I am lazy. I am usually very busy, but I do the wrong things. Instead of writing the article, I cleaned my desk. Then I made a coffee, then I checked the news. I do everything except the important task. I think I am afraid of the hard work, so I avoid it.
That is very common. We often procrastinate because the task feels difficult or boring. We want to avoid the uncomfortable feeling. But now, you have to face the worst feeling of all, stress.
Yes, now I have to leave it until the last minute. I will probably have to stay up all night tonight to finish it. The quality won't be very good because I am rushing. I hate working this way.
Leaving it until the last minute is dangerous. What if your computer breaks? What if you get sick? You have no safety net.
I know. It is a terrible habit. Every time I do this, I promise myself, next time I will start early. But then, the next project comes, and I do the same thing again. It is a cycle.
The hardest part is usually just the first 5 minutes. We call it getting started. Once you open the document and type the first sentence, it usually gets easier. The fear is in your head, not in the work.
You are right. Getting started is the biggest hurdle. I spend hours worrying about starting instead of just working. If I had spent that worry time actually writing, I would be finished by now.
Exactly. Procrastination steals your time and your peace of mind. You spend your free time feeling guilty because you know you should be working.
That is so true. Even when I was watching TV last night, I couldn't enjoy it because the article was in the back of my mind. It was haunting me like a ghost.
Well, the only way to get rid of the ghost is to do the work. After we record this, you are going to sit down and type. No more excuses.
Yes, boss. No more putting it off. I will get started immediately.
Good. But first, let's explain the vocabulary to our listeners. Now, let's take a closer look at some of the great phrases we used in our talk.
I am ready. Let's explain them to our listeners.
First, procrastinate. It is a verb that means to delay doing something that you should do, usually because you do not want to do it. Example: students often procrastinate when they have a big essay to write.
Second, put off. It is a phrasal verb that means to delay doing something until a later time. Example: don't put off your visit to the dentist, or your tooth will get worse.
Third, leave it until the last minute. It means to wait until the deadline is very close before starting a task. Example: he always leaves his Christmas shopping until the last minute.
Fourth, pile up. It means to increase in amount or quantity, often used for work or debt. Example: while I was on holiday, my work started to pile up on my desk.
Fifth, get started. It means to begin doing a task or activity. Example: let's get started on the cleaning so we can finish early. So listeners, how about you? Do you tend to leave your homework or tasks until the last minute?
Share your answer with us in the comments. Do you procrastinate because you are busy, or because you just don't want to do the work? So, Anna, I admitted my problem. I am a procrastinator. But you always seem so organized. You never miss a deadline. What is your secret? Do you have a magic wand?
I wish I had a magic wand, Ben. But no, I don't have magic. I have a system. I rely heavily on making a plan. Specifically, I use a to-do list every single day.
A to-do list? I have tried that. I write a list of 20 things on a piece of paper. I lose the paper, and then I do nothing. It doesn't work for me.
That is because you are doing it wrong. If you write 20 things, of course you will fail. That is too many. You need to organize your list better. Let me show you my notebook.
Okay, let me see. Wow, it is very neat. I see you have dates, checkboxes, and different colors. It looks like a work of art.
Thank you. But the most important thing is not the colors, it is the structure. Every evening, before I leave work, I write down the tasks for tomorrow. But I only write the top 3 most important things.
Only 3? That sounds manageable.
Exactly. You have to prioritize. Prioritize means to decide which tasks are the most important and must be done first. If you have 20 tasks, you get overwhelmed. But if you have 3, you can focus. I put the hardest task at the top of the list.
I usually put the easiest task at the top, like drink coffee or check email. I want to feel like I am winning.
That is a trap. If you do the easy things first, you use up your best energy. By the time you get to the hard task, you are tired, so you put it off until tomorrow. You need to eat the frog first. Do the hard thing when you are fresh.
Eat the frog. That is a funny idiom. It means doing the unpleasant task immediately. Okay, so prioritize the hard stuff. But what if the hard stuff is really big? Like, write a book. That is too scary to put on a list.
You are right. Write a book is not a task, it is a project. You cannot do it in one day. You need to break it down. You need to take it step by step.
Step by step. So, instead of write a book, I write 1 page?
Yes, or even smaller. Write 1 paragraph, or brainstorm ideas for chapter 1. When you break a big goal into small steps, it doesn't look scary anymore. It looks easy. And when you finish that small step, you can check the box.
I do love checking the box. That feeling of drawing a line through the task is very satisfying.
It is. It gives your brain a little reward. It makes you want to do the next one. That is how you set a goal and actually achieve it. You don't jump to the top of the mountain. You climb it step by step.
I think my problem is that I don't organize my time. I just react to things. If the phone rings, I answer it. If an email comes, I reply. I let other people control my day.
That is dangerous. You need to organize your time blocks. I turn off my phone for 1 hour in the morning to focus on my to-do list. I call it my power hour.
A power hour. I like that. No distractions, just the list. I think I need to buy a nice notebook. If I have a nice notebook, maybe I will respect the list more.
Whatever helps you. But remember, the notebook doesn't do the work. You do. The list is just a map. You still have to drive the car.
True, but driving is easier when you have a map. Without a map, I am just driving in circles and getting lost.
Exactly. So, tonight, I challenge you. Don't just go home. Write down 3 things you must do tomorrow. Just 3, and make one of them finish the article.
Okay. 3 things. Prioritize the hard one. Break it down step by step. I think I can do that. It sounds much less stressful than my current method of panic and pray.
Panic and pray is not a strategy, Ben. Organization is the key to freedom. It's time for our vocabulary practice. Let's review the most useful expressions from this part.
Good idea. Learning how to use these will help everyone speak more naturally.
First, to-do list. It is a list of tasks that you need to complete, usually written on paper or a phone app. Example: I check my to-do list every morning to see what I need to do.
Second, prioritize. It means to treat something as more important than other things. Example: you need to prioritize your health over your work.
Third, organize. It means to arrange things or plan activities effectively. Example: she likes to organize her books by color.
Fourth, set a goal. It means to decide on something you want to achieve. Example: I set a goal to read 50 books this year.
Fifth, step by step. It means doing something gradually, proceeding from one stage to the next. Example: follow the instructions step by step to build the table. So listeners, now we want to hear from you. Do you use a to-do list to organize your day?
Let us know in the comments. How do you prioritize your tasks? Do you do the hard things first, or do you save them for later? Anna, I tried your method yesterday. I made a list, I prioritized, and I broke the big tasks into small steps. And guess what?
Let me guess. You actually finished the article?
I did. I finished it at 11 p.m. yesterday. I didn't have to stay up all night, and I have to tell you, the feeling was incredible. I felt so productive.
That is wonderful, Ben. I am so happy for you. Being productive is not just about doing work. It is about how you feel about yourself. How did you feel when you clicked send on that email?
I felt accomplished. Accomplished means feeling like I achieved something good. I felt light. I felt proud. Usually, at 11 p.m., I feel stressed and guilty because I haven't done enough. But yesterday, I felt like a champion.
That is the best feeling. When you feel accomplished, you can actually enjoy your free time. Did you have a nice evening?
Yes, that was the biggest surprise. Usually, when I go home, I worry about work. But because I finished everything, I could switch off my brain. I cooked dinner, I watched a movie, and I didn't think about the article once. I realized that working hard actually creates more freedom.
Exactly. Procrastination feels like freedom, but it is actually a prison. Productivity is the real freedom. When you focus and get things done, you own your time.
Focus is the key word. Yesterday, I turned off my phone for 2 hours. I didn't check social media. I didn't waste time. I was amazed at how fast I finished the work. Usually, it takes me 5 hours to write an article because I waste time every 10 minutes. Yesterday, it took me 2 hours.
Wasting time is so easy to do. We think, oh, just 5 minutes on Instagram. But it breaks our concentration. It takes 20 minutes to get the focus back. By eliminating distractions, you worked smarter, not harder.
Working smarter, not harder. I like that. I used to think that being busy meant I was working hard. But you can be busy checking emails and achieve nothing. Yesterday, I wasn't busy all day, but I got things done.
That is the difference between being busy and being effective. Get things done is a mindset. It means you are result-oriented. You don't just want to look busy, you want to finish.
And the best part? I slept like a baby. No stress, no waking up in the middle of the night thinking about deadlines. I put my head on the pillow and boom, asleep.
A clear conscience makes a soft pillow. When you know you did your best, your mind can rest. Procrastination steals our sleep because our brain is still trying to solve the problem we avoided.
I never want to go back to the tomorrow trap. This feeling of accomplishment is addictive. I want to feel this way every day.
You can. You just have to stick to the system. Make the list, prioritize, focus. It takes discipline, but the reward is happiness.
I realize that I am actually a happier person when I am productive. When I am lazy, I get grumpy and anxious.
We all do. Humans are designed to create and do things. We feel good when we are useful. Sitting on the sofa all day doing nothing is only fun for a short time. After a while, it feels empty.
So, my new goal is to have a streak of productive days. I want to see how many days in a row I can finish my to-do list.
That is a great challenge. Gamify your life. Make it a game, but don't be too hard on yourself if you miss one day. Just get back to it the next day.
I will. Thank you for the advice, Anna. You saved my week and you saved my sleep.
You are welcome, Ben. I look forward to seeing you be a productivity machine from now on. We used some interesting idioms and phrases just now. Shall we explain what they mean?
Definitely. I think our listeners will find these very helpful for their daily lives.
First, productive. It describes working hard and producing good results or a large amount of work. Example: I had a very productive meeting and solved 3 problems.
Second, accomplished. It describes the feeling of having achieved something successfully. Example: she felt very accomplished after running the marathon.
Third, waste time. It means to use time badly or for a purpose that is not useful. Example: stop playing games. You are wasting time.
Fourth, focus. It means to give all your attention to one particular thing. Example: I need to go to the library to focus on my essay.
Fifth, get things done. It is a phrase that means to complete tasks efficiently and successfully. Example: he is a great manager because he knows how to get things done. So listeners, we are curious about your feelings. How do you feel when you finally finish a big project?
Let us know in the comments. Do you feel accomplished and relaxed, or are you just too tired to celebrate?
Now it's your turn.
Let's practice what you learned today.
First, a listening challenge. Can you find 3 phrases we used today about planning or finishing work? Listen again if you need to.
Second, a speaking challenge. Say this sentence aloud 3 times. I will prioritize my tasks and get things done today. Focus on speaking slowly and clearly.
Third, a writing challenge. Write 3 sentences in the comments. Tell us, what is one thing you have been putting off? When will you get started on it?
Remember, small practice every day helps you improve your English skills.
That's right, just one step at a time. Let's review what we learned today. We talked about the dangers of procrastination and falling into the tomorrow trap where work piles up.
We also discussed how to make a plan using a to-do list and why it is important to prioritize your tasks step by step.
And finally, we shared the joy of feeling accomplished and productive when you focus and finally get things done.
Let's repeat some important phrases slowly one more time. Procrastinate. Put off. To-do list. Prioritize. Get things done.
Remember, English learning is about practice and patience. Don't worry if you don't know every single word yet.
That's right. Keep listening and keep practicing every day. Thanks for listening to Everyday English Talk.
We hope you enjoyed today's episode and learned something useful about beating procrastination and managing your time.
Don't forget to download the free PDF transcript and vocabulary exercises to practice what you heard today.
So listeners, tell us in the comments, what is the first item on your to-do list for tomorrow?
We love reading your stories and seeing how you use your new English phrases in your daily life.
Bye for now.